Hello, my name is Torrin McFarlane, and I'm in Entrepreneurship 100, Section A01, and this is my final assignment, the Assignment 5 course portfolio. So why did I take entrepreneurship? So at UVic this year, I didn't declare in a major, and it was an elective that basically piqued my interest a little bit. I didn't really know what an entrepreneur was, but it was something I really wanted to get into. I took classes that were mainly just social sciences and sciences, and I thought it would be something different. Before I wanted to make my decision of what major I'll choose, I really wanted to consider all my options. So I went in with an open mind, and in the first class, Claudia said something that has really resonated with me throughout this entire semester. She said, do you want to achieve your dreams, or do you want to help others achieve their dreams? And for me, this was something that resonated with me because I'm a very selfish person in a way. I like to be in control. I don't really like being told what to do. So when she said this, it appealed to me, and it made me think, is something like nursing really for me? Or, should I pursue something that I can be in control and, create something that I'll actually like? So anyways, that has been in the back of my mind, while I've been debating what major I will choose at UVic. So anyways, in I think week 2 it was, we did a reading about an entrepreneur, Murad Al-Khatibib. I know I pronounced his name wrong, but it was really inspirational and insightful because this article stated that he quit his job and then became an entrepreneur. So he didn't become an entrepreneur right away. And this resonated with me because if I make the wrong decision at university and I choose something that I really don't like, I can always pursue my dreams like Claudia said, and like Murad did as well. So beyond that, Murad believes that entrepreneurs have a responsibility to make society better. Last year alone, he donated 700 million meals to Syrian refugees, which is really amazing because I had a preconceived notion that entrepreneurs are just greedy and want to make as much money as they can, which is true, but here is a clear example of how entrepreneurs are really trying to make society better. And Murad says in this article that he hopes other entrepreneurs are doing the same. Another video, I think it was in week 2 as well, that was really inspirational was the video with, actually this was a video, sorry, and the one before with Murad was an article. So in the video with Elon Musk, 10 Rules for Success, his first rule for starting a company was work like hell and make sacrifices. He said working 80 to 100 hours a week, it should be something all entrepreneurs are doing if they really want to be successful. If you're only working, 40 to 50 hours a week, some people perceive that as a lot. But if you do 80 to 100, you're going to get double the work done in a shorter, time period. So this shows really Elon Musk. He made so many sacrifices. Him and his brother lived in like an office, and they slept on the couch. He even had a girlfriend, and he told her, like, if you're gonna come over here, you're gonna have to sleep on the couch. So it's putting everything aside, sacrificing that quote unquote fun to really pursue your goals and pursue something you're passionate about. Actually, I'm very passionate about working out, and this was something like research I did on my own. The 4 times world's strongest man, Brian Shaw, after he's won these titles, he's kind of stepped into sort of a retirement role from the sport of strongman. but he's opened his own businesses about like sports gear and like workout equipment. And he stated, while pursuing his dream of, strongman and creating these businesses online while he was in strongman, he really had to sacrifice that quote unquote fun. And all he was doing was training. And then when he wasn't training, he was working on his online businesses. So entrepreneurs have to take sacrifices to really get somewhere. You can't work 40 to 50 hours a week and expect to, succeed as someone like Elon Musk, who worked 100 hours a week. So, the article about the art of the Start 2.0 was insightful about how finding a business partner or team can help you. Most successful companies start with a partner or a team. And it's crucial that your goals are aligned. This article stated that. And if you can really find the right partner or team, that can help to set you up for success as well. So if you surround yourself with like-minded people, this can really help you achieve your goals in a better way than if you're just on your own. Something I want to touch on a little bit is we learned a lot about crowdfunding in class, especially in week 9, I believe it was. And we looked at an article, I think it was just called The Guide to Crowdfunding, in which the article stated posting a Canadian product on a Canadian site which has smaller numbers of projects that are seen locally and potentially even more promoted locally by the site is a better option than American sites. It talked about how, some businesses look for crowdfunding on American sites when they should just be doing it on Canadian sites, especially if they're in Canada. So this was really insightful, and it showed me that entrepreneurs really need to do their research before starting something. And I'll touch on this even more throughout this video. And another article that was really insightful was, what was it? It was 3 questions that can help you save your business. And one question was, what would you do if you could no longer sell your product? And in the subcategory, it was, what if you could no longer sell your product through retail stores? And the Dollar Shave Club proposed that they would do like a subscription service. And I think this was a really cool idea. And we talked about subscription services in class. And I think with the pandemic, subscription services are going to be even more prominent in today's day and age. When there was a bit of that lockdown and people couldn't go to the movie theaters or anything, and movie theaters are still, struggling to get those big box office numbers up like they had before the pandemic. Disney Plus has skyrocketed and been super successful. Same with Netflix and Amazon Prime, and they were already successful before the pandemic. I created a product in my idea journal called the Volume Boost Clay, which I then went on to pitch in my Pitch It video, and I thought it would be really cool if this product was subscription-based. I didn't include this in my idea journal. I really didn't say how I was going to market this product. However, in my Pitch It video, I stated I would market it on my online store for, I think, $20 for a 300 milliliter container. However, I didn't really go into detail about a subscription-based option where the customer could pay a certain amount of money every month and then receive a little bit of the product every month. This is something we did in a workshop in class when we were put into groups and we were tasked with making an app for a student attending UVic to make their life better. My group and I created a workout app, it was like social media based, and it would show, all the people at UVic, what gyms they train at, if they train at the UVic gym, comparing prices and all this sort of stuff. And we decided that a subscription-based app would be better than just a one-time purchase app, because we would be getting, we'd keep making money, and if we had it at a one-time purchase, the price would probably be pretty high, and I don't know if too many people would spend that. So I think in the day and age we're at today, subscription services are going to be even more prominent. They're prominent already, and I've seen with, just hair products alone, I was doing some research when I was creating the Volume Boost Clay, and I saw that, many hair products like this, many male hair products like this, do a subscription-based service online where you can pay a certain amount of money and get like a certain amount of product every month. So anyways, I want to move back now to assignment 1, which really got me thinking about the entrepreneurial mindset. I interviewed Daniel Vokey. He's a baker. He's a baker and entrepreneur because he opened his own bakery in downtown Victoria. At one point, he had 2 bakeries, and I think over 60 employees, and he was baking products for Starbucks and delivering them to a bunch of different Starbuckses here on the island before Starbucks became more commercial in the past decades. And for me, this was really insightful. This was another case of Danielle. He's super passionate about his business. He wakes up at 5 a.m. every day, drives from Chosen all the way down to Victoria to work in his bakery. And he does this 7 days a week. And for me, this really made me think, okay, you have to do something that you're passionate about. And Danielle stated this too. If he had no passion for baking, he couldn't do what he's doing now. He's in his 50s, and he wouldn't have lasted. And he's seen many entrepreneurs, that don't do research, and they just want to make a lot of money, so they open a bakery. Or in his case, he's seen a lot of people that open bakeries, and they're not successful. And to me now, this isn't surprising at all, because they're just trying to make money. And Danielle said, no, you can't just be in it for making money. You actually have to be passionate about it, and it's got to be something you want to do. So this really got me thinking about the entrepreneurial mindset and what it's like to be an entrepreneur. So it was great then moving into the paperclip challenge. I knew, okay, I couldn't just do like 2 trades and then be done with. I had to go out there and put hours into this thing. And there were a few days in particular where I took all of our groups, all the stuff we had, and I stayed at school for a few hours, and I made some really good trades. In one case, I got a pair of Apple headphones, not AirPods, but they retail for about $40. So I was really proud of this trade, especially considering I traded just a calculator for it. And I think it wasn't the calculator I was selling myself, and selling the assignment I had to do. And the girl who I traded with was very understanding and very nice. But if I didn't stay those extra hours at school, I wouldn't have got this trade. Maybe I got lucky, but if I didn't put myself out there, then I would have never got this trade and a bunch of other trades that I was really proud of. So this goes back to what Elon was saying. You're going to get more out of it if you put in a lot more work and a lot more time than people that just puts in the basic amount of time and effort. We had a lot of great guest speakers. Rob Fraser and Adam Conlon were 2 that really stood out to me because they had completely different personalities. Rob was very serious from the start, and Adam was more lighthearted and open. But then when they were both talking about their businesses, you could see the demeanor in both of them just, they were so focused, they were so serious, they were so passionate. And it's funny because Rob and Adam have both had different experiences with co-founders. Rob has had a really bad experience, and Adam so far has had great experience with co-founders. Adam started with his buddies, and he makes sure to meet with them every week and discuss their plans and make sure they're on the same page. Whereas Rob didn't have a great experience with his co-founder. He didn't go into great detail about it, but it essentially blew up in his face, and he had to dig himself out of that hole. And this really showed that failure it's going to happen in entrepreneurship. And what makes an entrepreneur is rising above failure, coming back from failure, not just quitting and giving up. So it was really great having these guest speakers come in and share their experiences with failure, and not to be scared of failure. Sometimes you have to realize your product sucks or you made a mistake and you need to make a change, and you can come back from this. If you fail, don't just quit. If you have dreams, keep pursuing them. Anyways, I want to touch back on an article here that relates back to what Danielle said about doing research. And it's the article it's the case with Lori when she created her own ice cream shop after slowly stepping away from business. She got back into the game, and it showed in this case study how much research she did before even opening it up. And she was already an entrepreneur. So it doesn't matter how experienced you are, you still need to do a lot of research in order to have a successful business. If you know nothing about it, and if you're just going in to make money, it's not gonna go well. And you can have that in your mind. Entrepreneurs, if they want to be successful, that's amazing, but they have to be passionate about what they're doing. So yeah, this case was great, and a case that kind of counters this was the well-paid receptionist. And Harvey, his business his company became super successful, but he didn't manage his business good enough because the receptionist was very well paid, and she was paid double or even triple what some of the other employees were making because of a deal Harvey made with her when he first signed her to the company. And I guess Harvey just didn't look at it, and it was, some odd years later before he even realized. And there really wasn't anything he could do about it. Maybe he could cap her salary or something, but, he couldn't fire her because she could go to court, and it just wouldn't have ended well for him. So yeah, this has really made me think that entrepreneurs need to have eyes in the back of their heads. And I just want to go back to the paperclip challenge really quickly, because I'm an introverted person, and what this class has done for me, and especially that assignment, is it's made me really step out of my comfort zone. And I'm not an extroverted person, but since this assignment, I've approached more people at UVic. I've started to network, and it's made me realize that university networking is just as important as getting my degree. And this entrepreneurship class, entrepreneurship is all about networking and meeting people. You're going to have a lot easier time at university and with your business if you know a lot of people and you have a lot of connections. So to conclude, entrepreneurship has made it hard for me to choose my major. I am grateful for the skills that I've learned in this class. However, I have also found a passion in kinesiology, and I want to pursue a master's degree in physiotherapy. And although I won't be pursuing a business major, I do want to pursue a business minor because I feel these skills can continue to help me, especially eventually with my main goal of opening my own practice as a physiotherapist. And who's to say I won't take a complete 180 and pursue being an entrepreneur? I can see in all the readings I've done and with the guest speakers we've had that not everyone becomes an entrepreneur right away. And if physiotherapy isn't for me and I find another passion, maybe I'd like to pursue those dreams.